20th of April. It's a 7:30 lockout. We've just come down off our visitors morning for Cardiff Bay Yacht Club, and we're in the lock Cardiff barrage, just about to lock out. We'll make our way out with the other boats, try and make our way up to Oxwich Bay today. Winds are quite light, 3, so I don't know whether we'll be able to sail. We're going to try to catching the tide down. It's about a 7-hour trip, and we'll see how we get on. Left Cardiff barrage now. I think it's about 10 to 8, something like that. That's Lava knots spit back there, or point. Just come round there. We're doing about 8.5 knots. We're making our way down now, coming down towards Barry. Left for this other boat over here called Spangles, Moody 31, which was our last boat. Good boat. And we're just heading down the Bristol Channel now. So about 11 miles now from Oxwich Bay. Got Challenge Wales behind us. We're still motoring. Swansea over there now. Oxwich Bay is more or less directly ahead of us. So just coming into Oxwich Bay now. So just anchored up in Oxwich Bay. Been in a nice motor. I won't say a sail because there's no wind. There's a bit of breeze now though. I think it's just accelerating around that headland. Just 6:30 in the morning. We're just about to get the anchor up and leave. It's day 2. I'm not sure if we're going to go to Tenby yet, or we're going to go to Milford. Most probably Milford. Beautiful sunrise coming up. There's a bit of wind, so hopefully we can sail once we get out and around. Run the engine up, charge the batteries. So I just left Oxwich Bay. Sunrise is beautiful this morning. Lovely anchorage last night. Slept really well. Made the right decision going further up onto the northerly side of the bay. The wind swung round and didn't create so much fetch. Beautiful morning. Worm's Head just over there. Dagger Reef's just on the inside of us, and we're running up a channel. Caldy's ahead of us. Wind's died. Motor sailing now, or motoring really. But it is beautiful. Considering it's the 21st of April. Been joined by our first dolphin of the season. It's a mother with a calf. You there? Oh yeah, there she is. Just coming along Pwllheli Down now, I think that's how you pronounce it, and up towards Linney Head. Cliffs here are really quite dramatic. Been a lovely day with winds disappeared. I can just feel it maybe starting to pick up again, so I might hopefully be able to sail into Dale. Milford Haven's beginning to open up, all the entrance into it. And then we got Pennyholt Stack over here. Just coming up to Linney Head now. So just coming into Milford Haven, into the estuary. Tried to fish for a little while, but gave up in the end. Wanted to get in and get at anchor. Just waited for that boat ahead of us, a ship to go in. And it was a pilot boat with it. And basically go up here and then do a left, and then Dale Anchorage is just over there behind that bit of a headland. So we've arrived in Dale. Been here about 40 minutes or so now. Quite breezy. Wind's coming across the bay. There's a few of the yachts in. We've anchored. So just got up. Had a good night's sleep. It's easy to see why. This is Dale this morning. It's like a mill pool. So we've just left Dale Anchorage, making our way up the Cleddau estuary. Just a bit of Genoa in. Getting from 15 to 18 knots. We're in no rush. We're taking the tide as well, so we're just going to take our time up. No ships about. We've just had a bit of a disaster down in Dale. When we lifted the anchor, we picked up a really big old chain. We managed to get it off, but it basically pulled the boat hook apart. It was the only thing that we got to get it off. So we're free, and then found out that the anchor windlass had then jammed. Off now in Milford. Got the engine in just a little bit. Wind's pushing us around a bit. It's very fickle, and I've got an Irish ferry coming down in a minute, so I want to make sure that I'm in a position where I can get out of his way. Bay, off to Ireland. So we're just leaving Milford Haven. We're just letting this vessel come round. We're on the fuel dock. He's coming round now. He was down in Swansea, not Swansea, Cardiff the other day where we were, and we're just going to go down now and pick up the moorings for the lock. Just letting her get out of the way. So just dropped down in the lock. And the lock gates are just opening for us. When they're open, we'll go. Big old lock. Just having a sail down to Dale. Just left Milford Haven. Only got the main and the Genoa up. Do a tightening up a bit really, but we are quite close up on the wind, just trying to get down the estuary without using diesel. Not that I'm tight. Just a nice day. So it's day 6. We've just left Dale. We're making our way out. It's about 5:30 in the morning. We're just gone. We left at 5:30. And we're making our way round St Anne's Head, which is there behind us. Almost a full moon. And then we're going up in I think it's called Stockholm and Skoma, which are ahead of us. I'm not going to go through Jack Sound. I'm going to go around the outside, but I'm going to go through Ramsey. So we're just making our way along at the moment. Just making a cup of tea. Wind's starting to fill in a little bit, but it's more or less on the nose at the moment, so I'm going to motor up until we get round Skomer, and then hopefully sail up to Ramsey. See how the day goes. We're not quite sure what to do at the moment. Have a better look at the north, well, it's not the north coast, but the west coast of Wales once we get up there, round Fishguard, see whether we can anchor out or whether we just keep going and head up to North Wales and be a late one, get there in the dark. Just coming past Stockholm now and running up towards far end of Skomer. Quite a nice breeze filling in now. Saying we've got 15 knots, but we're motoring direct into the wind, so we mostly got 10, but that should allow us to sail once we get round the top end of Skomer, and we'll be at a better wind angle than going through Jack Sound. All the crew hunkered down, it's cold, keeping warm, life jackets on. We're just approaching Ramsey Sound now, just on the outside of it. Looking to make our way through. We're just coming through Ramsey Sound, the bitches are over there. Well, we're through Ramsey Sound, that was an experience, I have to say. So we had 5 knots we were just entering, then we got up to 10 knots, then we had to put throttle in to get through the current, and then we're back to doing 7 knots over the ground. Yeah, and the boat was all over the place. In fact, we almost went say 180, but it spanned the bow right round. Interesting. I'm glad we're through now. I wouldn't want to come through there any other time. I know we timed it for coming through with a little bit of current with us, but that was really interesting. I didn't expect that. Jane's doing well on the helm at the moment. You can see the swirls in the water. There's proper see the way it's all swirling around in here. We're going one way and then the other way. We're nearly through. So we've come past Fishguard, which is that headland back down over there, and it's nowhere near as bad now as what it was coming round with all that water pushing down. Bear me a second. We're just making our way up now to Aberystwyth. We're motor sailing. It's not enough wind. There's 8 knots of wind. So we're just chugging along at 4 knots because we can't get in till 8 o'clock tonight, and that should just put us there about right. So just trundling past the Welsh countryside. It's quite dramatic looking in with the hills. So we are finally managing to sail. It is a bit of a struggle though. Just gone past Newport, which is back there, and we're at the next place a bit further up. A bit of a headland, I don't think you can see it ahead of us. That's Cardigan. So we're going past there. We've got 13 knots, but it drops quite regularly down to 8. This boat will sail alright at 12-13 knots, but once it goes below that, she starts to struggle. Not far out now, 11 miles out from Aberystwyth. I don't know whether you'll be able to pick this up on the camera. That's the little town in front of us. Looking at some of the Welsh mountains. I guess Snowdon's one of those. Can't really tell, it's a bit hazy. We're nearly there, it's been a long day. Really no wind at all now, about 6 knots. I think we're creating a load of that. Little wave coming in that rocks and rolls us every now and then. So we came into Aberystwyth last night at about 7:45. We got moored up. A couple of lads helped us take our lines. It's nice and easy coming in. Nice easy transit, and then a quick left and you're in. This apparently is a university boat, used obviously for doing some study work or something. See the breakwater there, which came in and through. So we're just walking through the ruins of the old castle. Nice walk along the beach. The dogs are having a good run. A bit of a play. We're going up to Pwllheli, if I'm pronouncing that right now. We were going to go down to Aberystwyth Bay and anchor out there, and then go round to Caernarfon tomorrow. But looking at the weather conditions and reading the almanac, I think that might be a wrong decision. Left Aberystwyth now. We got under sail at 11:40, so 40 minutes of messing around, and we're making our way up to Pwllheli, to our first waypoint, which we should be there around 3 o'clock. There's absolutely no rush today because we can't get into Pwllheli till about 8:30, so we're going to enjoy a nice sail for a change rather than have the engine on. Just reduced sail a little bit. I'm still doing 5 knots, we're in no rush. Sun's come out. It's not too bad, but just a very cold wind. That is a big male dolphin, I think. He seems to be on his own, although there was a really dark coloured one with him. Lost him. Seems to go, and oh, here he comes. Wow. Oh, there's 2 of them now. So we've had a great sail across from Aberystwyth to Pwllheli. The wind's died now. It's about 4 knots. I think we're creating a lot of that. We're just motoring up. It's about half hour or so and we can be in Pwllheli, but we can't go in because of the recommended to us not to go until about 8:30, so there's enough depth. So we're going to anchor up, or not anchor, just bob around and have a little fish, see if we can catch any mackerel. But it is quite spectacular. So just waiting to go into Pwllheli Harbour now. Can't enter, or they advise not entering until 8:30. I've seen other boats go in, but I guess they know where they're going and what they're doing. At least we'll have a bit of leeway then. Should give us a metre under a keel. Beautiful sunset, I think, going to come up shortly. It's very picturesque with the sun on the mountains. The mountains look all pinky in the valleys. So we came into Pwllheli Marina last night at about 8:30, 9:15. fairly easy entry, just had to wait for enough water to be able to get in. Lovely marina. Facilities are really good. It's £40 a night including electric, or just over £40. Pontoons are marked up dead easy, and the website's really good for helping you get in to identify your mooring. Everything seems to be well maintained. All electronic gates, all electronic into the toilets and laundrettes, they're all clean. Pipe music in the toilets as well. Very nice. Nice boats here. So this is where we are. This is Pwllheli Marina. There's a lot of boats in here. I think there's a lot of liverboards. It's quite picturesque. We're just moored up here. Just there. Just trying to get some of the bedding cleaned up and that. And then you come in through the entrance around there. We're going to go for a walk in a minute. Just been getting a few jobs done on the boat. Just walking along from the marina now into town to have a look see what Pwllheli's got to offer. So I've walked round through the town, just come across to the other side of the marina. It's actually quite lovely. Nice day. Making the most of it because I think tomorrow it's meant to be raining. It's not a very nice day today. Been gusting force 8. Got a bit of rain. But it's meant to be calming down shortly. So we'll see. Boats moving around quite a bit. Seems quite sheltered here. Do you step outside? Whoa. We're just leaving Pwllheli Marina. There's hardly any wind. We're going to go down to Aberystwyth. I'm hoping it's going to fill in a little bit and we can sail. Stay there till tomorrow, see what the weather's doing, and then make a decision on Bardsey Sound. If not, it will be Friday, I think. So it's nice and sunny now. Well, blue sky about. Harley's being gobby because he doesn't like being shut downstairs. Been a nice day here, nice marina. I'd recommend it. £41 something it was a night. Facilities are really good. It gave us good shelter in what was force 8 at one point. Just passing East Island, and then behind it is West Island. Just going around that headland ahead of us, and Pwllheli's back there now, about 5 miles back. Just making our way down steady. So still having to motors, there's no wind unfortunately. But Bardsey Sound's ahead of us, not that we're going through today, although from here it looks quite benign. I'm having to limp back to the yacht club at the moment. We've got a coolant leak on the engine, and worse than that, we've lost the anchor, as in the anchor windlass has stopped working, so we're going to use manual. So we're going to go back to the marina, get them sorted, and plus the wind conditions and the fog has changed, so it makes it so we can't go through the sound. So we've just come out of Pwllheli. I think this is the third time coming out. We're under sail, got about 16 knots of wind, well between 30 and 16 knots of wind. tacking across the bay. We're hoping to make our way down to Bardsey Sound and go through. But have a look at it when we get down there. I think we should be alright. And we're talking to another guy that's got a Cromarty 36 that's just ahead of us, as in went yesterday, at Porth Incline now, so he thinks we should be alright. As you can see, Jane's with the dogs. The dogs are all chilled out. They're all preparing and resting for what lays ahead. Bardsey Sound's ahead. We're going to try and get through. We've got southwesterly, it's blowing 16 knots at force 4. A little bit less, a little bit more sometimes, but mainly middle of force 4. There's a boat going through ahead of us. We're motor sailing at the moment. We've had a lovely sail, but we let time get away from us a bit, so we're having a motor sail to catch up to get the tidal gate. So we're just coming past our Aberystwyth Bay now, where we anchored out the other night. We had an anchor issue and had to go back and get it fixed. So we're anchored up in there yesterday, and we're not far from Bardsey Sound now. Bardsey Sound. Starting to get a little bit lumpier, which is what we expected. We're going to take the advice, go straight up the middle and stay away from the tripods, go out into the deeper water the other side. And I'm hoping once we get through, the wind's going to be behind us and we'll have a reasonable sail up to then Porth Incline, where we're going to anchor out tonight. Just in Bardsey Sound now, just starting to go through. The rock over there, I think you can make out against the main headland, Caernarfon, behind us. And although it looks like we're going that way, we're actually getting dragged that way. So I'm just trying to get a little bit further out before we make our turn to starboard, and then that should fire us straight down through there and out through the past the headland. You can see it's a little bit spiky out there from the currents and stuff, but not too bad at the moment. It's been kind to us, I'm sure. So just coming through Bardsey Sound now. Caernarfon's back there. If you've come down and around, that's the rock, name of the rock. It's not too bad in here. I've got the engine on, as you can hear, but to be honest with you, I think the sails are doing more work. We're sailing through. Just kept it on because I didn't know what to anticipate, but it's been kind to us. So there's the other side of Bardsey Island, with the lighthouse on the end there. That's Bardsey Sound from the other end. And we're just coming out a little bit deeper now before we make our way up there, past that next headland. Just downwind sailing. I had to mess around trying to get the spinnaker pole working. Some of the lines have need a little bit of sorting out, the pull and stuff. But making away, doing about 4.5 knots now, and we've got, I don't know, it's about 8 miles to our destination, Jane? Yeah, about 8 miles now to our destination, Porth Incline, so we're going to anchor in there. Still running downwind. It's been a lovely sail actually. Now I've got to set up a bit better. Wind settled down, sea settled down a little bit, so we're not getting rolled from one side to another. She's tracking lovely. And that headland ahead, just here, there, is where we're going to go round it shortly. Within the next 30 minutes, and then Porth Incline's on the other side of that. Lovely mountain range up ahead. Got a boat chasing us down behind. He's catching up. So he's either got more sail up than us, or he's bigger, or he's motor sailing. We've averaged 6 knots up here. I'm guessing a bit of that's tide. It's been a lovely sail. All anchored up at Pwllheli Marina. There's a few of the boats here. The scenery around here is stunning. Got in a little while ago. Just had a nice curry and relaxing. Oh, shut the chain locker. Don't fall in. There's a few of the boats here. Pretty place. So just up anchored and left Pwllheli, Pwllheli, I think it is. Absolutely beautiful sunrise coming up. There's one other boat as well. It's just left, and we're making our way up to Caernarfon. But it's worth getting up just to see that. It's beautiful. Like a milk pond. Beautiful morning. I'm just waiting on the harbour master to give us a call. I think there's one boat going out, so we're having their space. So just got to go a little way up there, I think. That's where we're going. So we're coming down now to Victoria Docks, which I think we're going to be over here. A visitor's buoy while we wait to go in. Can't get over how big this estuary is. It's the old gun emplacement. Bit of current. Better get back to the helm just in case she wanders off. Yep. So we're just on a visitor's buoy now, waiting outside Caernarfon Castle, just over there, waiting to go into Victoria Dock, which is there, the gateway in, seal gates up there. There's quite a few boats coming in and out, which the harbour master told us we'd have to wait while they'll sort themselves out, which is what we're doing. But it's absolutely lovely. So we've come into Pwllheli Marina. It's a lovely little spot. We're tucked up in the corner over there. Harbour master come and took us on our lines, Rob, which was nice. Got us in nicely. And it's a lovely marina. We're going to stop here for a couple of days. Bank holiday in Caernarfon. Lovely and quiet. Just walking up to the castle. Just going to go and have a look around it. Sorry, Tim. Came in from over there and down the river. Just having a nice walk now. Lovely views. So I've just come out of Caernarfon about an hour ago. Safe watermarks, literally 2 miles back there. We are ghosting along at about 1.5 to 2 knots. Just relaxing. Dogs are chilling in the sun, eating. Good girl. And we're just enjoying the countryside as we make our way up. We've only got about 8 miles to go, so we're just going to sail as far as we can, and then we'll stick the engine on. Been having a few problems with the auto helm at the moment. I thought I'd fixed it. I found a loose wire, but it may well be that where there's current and wind, or hardly any wind, I think the auto helm might be struggling to get us back on course. That just might keep beeping. That's my theory. We'll see what happens. So it anchored up at a place called Roscommon. It's shown on the chart as an anchorage. I spoke to a local chap back in Caernarfon who basically recommended it. I think he sails out of Port Denarwick, and he told us about this anchorage here. Said stay outside the headland around the 10-metre line, which is what we've done, and the anchor went straight in and held straight away. And then there was another anchorage just down there, and one over here as well. So at the moment it seems really calm. We've got a northwesterly, not a lot of wind, and we're holding to the wind rather than the current. So I'm hoping we'll be okay in here tonight. Put the anchor alarm on and we'll monitor it and see how we go. So we left Roscommon Bay this morning at about 5:20. We motored out to the far side of the traffic separation zone. It's a bit foggy. Visibility got down to about half a mile at one point. Downwind leg to Isle of Man. We're doing just over 6 knots. Sometimes we're hitting 7. It's a bit of a grey old day. A little bit better setup today. Although getting the pole out on this boat is a pain. So nice downwind. We've got a little guest at the moment. So we came in last night into Derby Haven. We're the only boat here, but we've been joined by another nice looking boat. Just got the tender off, and we're going to go into shore and go for a walk into Castletown. That's the plan anyway. So going round the breakwater there, and then there's a road that takes you down into Castletown. It's not too far. The airport's there, but thankfully they've not got too many flights, so it was quite peaceful last night. So I've just rowed from the boat onto Derby Haven. It's a couple of hours before high tide, so we're going to walk into Castletown. Just tied the dinghy up there. Lovely little spot, sun's out, lovely. So, just walking into Castletown. You can see what it's called, Castletown, because of the castle, I guess. Yeah, big old building. Yeah, I'm guessing it's a school. Centre of Castletown. Centre of Castletown. So we've left Derby Haven. We're just making our way down the coast now to the Caernarfon Pwllheli Marina to go round through the sound at the bottom there. It's Port St Mary. The wind, take her off auto, Jane, please. Bed port. That's it. See the little white building down on that headland in front of you? That's where you're aiming. So Autohelm's playing up. I don't know what's going on with it. I've got to try and get it fixed or get it replaced. It's all over the shop. It won't work, then it does work. It's not a loose wire, I don't think, but I've got to spend some time going through it. I thought I'd fixed it the other day, but it's still playing up. But so we've come from this little headland up here, and then we're going down around the island. Slack tide is 1 hour 45 before Liverpool high water, and we're going down here. And the Caernarfon Sound is down, the Caernarfon Man is down there, and we're going to go through the sound. At least that's the intention. So we're just coming into Port Erin now. There's a boat anchored up there and one over there, and then there looks to be a visitor's buoy free, so we're going to go and pick that up. Apparently they've all been maintained this year, so we're going to go round. It's a pretty place. So we're nicely now at anchor at Port Erin. Wow, we picked up the visitor's buoy next to a boat called Pwllheli. We've just seen the owners going ashore and giving them away. Lovely little spot. Definitely made the right decision moving. This is Port Erin. Busy day on the beach, being a Saturday. just left Port Erin, and we're going to make our way up to Pwllheli. We're looking at the weather windows, and I think that it's a bit better if we get up to Pwllheli tonight, get sorted with what we need to do, and then jump off Tuesday stroke Wednesday to get up to Scotland. So force 4, force 5 today. What speed we doing, hun? What's it say in the top left hand corner up there? So we're doing 4.5 knots at the moment, and we're basically chasing that boat up ahead. We go around this headland, and then there's another one a bit further up, and then hopefully into Pwllheli. It's only 10 miles, so should be a nice sail with this wind. So we're nearly coming into Pwllheli now. We had bit of a run. We've had a really good sail. The boat's been doing 7 knots up there, but we were pressed. Considering it's only meant to be fours today, maybe 5s, we were getting 26 knots of wind, so running the 4.6. Just coming up to Pwllheli now, going to see if we can get a berth and get in. Looks really pretty. If not, we'll anchor out. There's a few boats out racing by the looks of things, all out over here. So Ting, what do you think to it so far? Is it any good? Do you like being in the harbour? Hey? Gonna go a nice walk in a minute? In a minute. Not just yet, but in a minute, okay? Just gotta get the boat sorted and then we're going. Good girl. So I've just come into Pwllheli Harbour, under the Flapper Bridge there. Another boat coming in. And we're on B15 and it looks really pretty. Really pretty. So this is overlooking Pwllheli. Just walked up a path there, and then up there, and then we've come back down this little route. And hopefully Wednesday we're going out there, either Northern Ireland or Stranraer. Thinking Stranraer, even though it's a little bit further, gets us a little bit closer to Scotland. It's lovely. So I've just left the Isle of Man. We're motor sailing at the moment, although I think there's only about 4 knots of wind. We're meant to have force 3, force 4 all day, and I was looking forward to a nice sail. I'm hoping that it's these hills over here that may be shadowing us, but we are quite 5 or 6 miles out now, so I was hoping it would start to fill in. We have to motor, unfortunately, when we're have to. Don't really want to, but I'm hoping the wind will fill in. There's one other boat directly behind us on the same course as us, so I guess they're coming with us up to Scotland. A boat called Pwllheli Marina. It's been in the marina as well with us. and 45 miles that way, Scotland. Should be there around, well, where we want to go, Stranraer, around 2ish, as long as we're in for light. Just catching the tidal stream up. We've got 6 hours, and then we'll be pushing tide, but it's not a lot you can do about it over the distance. It's a lovely morning. Sun's just come up. It's better than being at work, that's for sure. This is how we roll when we're under sail, or certainly when we're on port tack, starboard tack I should say. So we've been under sail now for quite some time. Oh, it's getting out. Tail sails are set pretty well actually. I'm messing around with the sail and anyway, some I know wouldn't be, but I'm pleased for them. And she's pretty well balanced at the moment. We've got between 14 and 17 knots, so very little input from the auto helm. Got a boat behind us which left just about with us at the same time. He's slowly catching us, and I expect he'll overtake us. And there's the Mull of Galloway there. We're heading up to the very top and into Loch Ryan. It'd be magical if it could stay like this. Caught up by Penny Lane, left at the same time. Well, we're about 20 minutes ahead. They're a mile behind. They've caught us up now, and they're going into Port Patrick. I think she's a westerly former, but I'm not 100%. She's doing well. You can see the Mull a lot easier now. Bit more choppy here at the moment. I'm guessing this is all the currents coming down around the Mull. And we're going right up there. So we're just coming up to Caws Point now, top end of Mull of Galloway. There is no wind. It's absolutely none. We've had to start motoring about 2 hours ago. It's beautiful though, sun's out, dogs are overheating, but seeing as it's so calm, we've taken their jackets off at the moment, just keeping them cool with a drop of water from the on-deck shower, or shower head. It's pretty countryside. I think this bit is called Blackhead, I think, if I remember rightly. And then we're literally going round this headland, and then on the other side of there's a bay that I think we can anchor in, so that's where we're heading for. Just trying to get in as tight as I can to the headland so we can get round quicker, because there's a current starting to run against us now. So we're just coming round Carswell Point. It's gone a bit grey and misty. There's still no wind. It's like a Milford at the moment. Just had a big ferry overtake us, obviously going into Stranraer, the ferry port there. Another hour or so and we'll be in our anchorage. So anchored up in Ladies Bay. Which is just inside the entrance to Loch Ryan. You can just see the North Cardinal mark up here, where you come in around the headland, so it's just tucked in there. There's 7 reviews on Navily. They all say it's good holding, and it seems to be. We're in 4.5 metres, got 30 metres of chain down, and that big mantis just grips. Going to stop here tonight and then hopefully move on to Campbelltown. Ferry terminals down there. There is another anchorage, another 1.5 miles down, and then you actually got Stranraer Marina itself. We've opted to stay here. They say the ferries can cause a bit of wake. Hopefully they don't go out too often. It's a lovely little spot.